Hey, what's going on, people, and welcome to a E3 predictions, or what I would guess is going to happen for E3 type of video. I haven't done one of these in about 2 years, I would say, probably about 2 years. It's last one I did like a bunch of different videos for every single press conference. For this one, I'm only going to do the EA one, Ubisoft one, and the Microsoft one. I'm not really going to do the Nintendo or PlayStation because I don't know that much about them. Bethesda, there's not that many games about it. I could do a couple of games for them, but I'm only going to do those ones because I know those most, really. But if there's any games that you think that I've missed out, which you guys want to see on E3, the showcase floor and everything like that, then comment down below, and, well, they could announce anything, really. But if you guys want to put that down below in the comment section, then I'll check them out when I'm on holiday. Yeah, I'm going to miss every single bit of E3, but I'm going to do this video anyway. So to start off with, we're going to start off with the big one of just Microsoft instead, because I know I probably should do it all in orders, but Microsoft kind of know it a little bit better. So, Microsoft, my guessing is that they might bring out something towards like a portable type thing instead. Maybe portable. They've tried to do it for like the smart glass and stuff like that. Kind of worked out. If they go for like a portable type thing for just like gaming, because they always go across like the play anywhere type thing, I feel like they might bring in something completely different as well. For the start, I am just literally just going to go on about like the software and like hardware and stuff like that instead of the actual games instead. So they could bring something like that to the table. It could pip everybody else off. It could just like throw everybody else out, because it could bring in something like the Switch towards Xbox instead. It would be nice to have that one for Xbox itself, because they've got the technology to do that. I think they're a major company, aren't they, really? They can create like Windows tablets and stuff like that. They could do that for Xbox easily. But then I'm gonna go on about something that is something a little bit different towards the Microsoft thing. They could announce other stuff, because last year they announced the arrival of like the original Xbox backwards compatible type games instead. I feel like maybe they might do something about gold itself. So, like, you know how you usually get like the games with gold type thing, the four free games every single month. You always get like 4. You get 2 Xbox, 2 Xbox 360s. It's nice to have that one, because there is a huge bloody library for 360. So it's nice that they've actually got that and they've given away that many things. They might start to bring out more games towards that one, but then they might. I would hope that they would make like Xbox Live completely free, you know, like how they make it on like PC, because at this stage right now, it's kind of unfair for the people who buy an Xbox compared to people who buy it on PC for the games, because on PC, you don't need to have an Xbox Live subscription to play with other people and to talk with other people. You need that for Xbox itself, which is kind of an unfair advantage. Like, yeah, the PC is a major, like, it's a lot of money to do that one, but then you don't have to pay like £40 or $40 like a year just to play with friends and stuff like that. On Xbox, you have to do that every single year. PC, you don't have to. You can literally have the same PC for like 4 years and never spend a single thing on PC towards like subscriptions and stuff like that. And then it's the same for like games as well. Like, games are cheaper on PC. It's kind of a little bit unfair for console people, so they might bring in something towards like the Xbox Live Gold type thing instead. They might bring back the Silver Edition type thing, where you can talk with people and you can play games with people, but you're like limited a little bit, so that means you don't get the certain advantages towards like the Xbox stuff. So like they could have you can still get games, you can still get discounts if you pay for like a fraction of what they'll have, all like the online compatible things, you know, like party chat. It makes it newer audiences as well, for like parents to buy Xboxes for their children. So that means they know they literally just have to buy an Xbox. They don't have to buy anything else, really. No like yearly or monthly subscriptions. You could just play it whenever you like, really. Makes it a little bit easier for like parents and like people who don't want to spend like $40-50 like on something, £40-50 on something every single year. So if we move on from the Xbox itself and from the the hardware and stuff and the deals and stuff, we'll go on to the games. So the games, I would guess for Microsoft himself they will announce something for Sea of Thieves. Yes, they have only just brung out the Megalodon type DLC type thing. I don't think it's really like a DLC, it's more of like an expansion, like added bits, add-ons, essentially. They might bring out more stuff, like a trailer for something better, like newer stuff to do, like completely newer stuff to do. I haven't played it since the first week, but this is just my guessing towards what they'll actually do for the actual game, which is probably they'll bring out like DLC for that game itself. And then the second thing that I would think that they would probably do, I know like a lot of things are saying like it's delayed, which is Crackdown 3. There's people are saying that it's delayed until like 2019. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to come out 2019 anyway, so you know, I might be wrong about that one, but they might still, you know, showcase something for that. They might not do it here, they might do it at Gamescom. But I would like it better at E3, because E3 is a bigger stage. People are going to want to see everything at E3. So that means if they bring out something like Crackdown 3, then it'll just build its like hype level up amazingly, as well if they have like a gameplay demo for co-op as well. So that means it showcases different people, you know, like how they usually do for Forza as well. There's going to be a Forza, probably Forza 8 or Forza Horizon 3, 4, Forza Horizon 4, because they already bring out 3 anyway, Forza Horizon 3 or something like that. They always do something like that, don't they, and bring on a car and they just go, look at this amazing car, here's our game. That's what they always do. It's normal for them to do that one. But for Crackdown 3, like, it'll be nice to have like people come onto the stage, maybe like YouTubers come onto the stage to actually play the game instead of the devs of it, because when the devs do it, it's a little bit too, I don't know, a little bit too linear, I would say. It's way too linear for people to actually get engaged, to be like, I actually want to play this, compared to just like people having like a set route to actually play the game. It's kind of a little bit annoying towards that, but that's just how developers do it. So that means there's nothing wrong with the actual game itself. But then, you know, they could do that one. And then if we go on to some of the the indie type thing, not the India, the indie type things, they usually have a little slot for games that they've announced, or games that people haven't seen just yet, like exclusive ones to Xbox comes first type things and everything like that. They'll probably showcase the Tomb Raider game as well. Didn't think about that one, but the Tomb Raider game, they'll probably showcase that one, because Microsoft do have a deal with the creators of Tomb Raider to actually show it on Xbox first, and then it'll go on to everything else after that. They still might have that one, they might not. I'm not quite sure how that one actually works as of yet, but I'm not really into the type of thing for that. But then you know, the big guns, I would say the biggest thing that they'll probably announce would be Halo 6. If they do Halo 6 and just go, here's a trailer, here's like a gameplay trailer, and here's multiplayer trailer as well. Like if they bring back couch co-op or couch co-op multiplayer type thing, I think everybody will just be like, whoa, my fucking god, it's amazing, and everything like that. They're just going to be like so hyped for the game. So that would be one of my favourite things to have from the Microsoft conference, because if they said it's going to be after Halo 5, so that means they're going to add in newer stuff. Yes, it'll be more futuristic than what it already is. Even though it is a futuristic shooter, it's allowed to be futuristic, so there's not that many jetpacks and stuff like that, but it would be nice to have that. And as well, it would be nice that they, you know, have like Halo Reach like Anniversary Edition or something like that. It's probably miles off from Anniversary, but it'd be nice to have that one at one point, you know. It would be nice, but they probably won't do that. Or Halo Reach Definitive Edition or something like that, like a remastered, rework type thing. Be nice, because Halo Reach is fun to play. It's insanely fun to play. I don't think there's anything else like hugely big that I can kind of think of for Xbox itself. Only because, like, realistically, we're not going to see like another Gears of War just yet. We've only just had one, and then EA's probably going to do something about their stuff. Dead Rising, I don't think they'll probably do anything else with Dead Rising just yet. I think they'll wait until they can master the console completely, so that means they can utilize it amazingly. And then, yeah, they always have something with EA, so it's going to be, well, if I go from Microsoft to EA to make it a little bit more easier, then I would say, like, EA is probably going to showcase something for Battlefield 5. Yes, I'm going straight into the big guns, but they probably will, because Microsoft and EA usually have something in their contract, so that means they showcase stuff, so that means it makes it bigger. And they'll PlayStation have COD instead, so that'll be, it'll be a good thing to see. And then it's the same for FIFA as well. They usually do something for FIFA, because it's one of those things, like it's on Xbox, it's home on Xbox and stuff like that. They usually have exclusives for that. So now if we go on to EA itself, there's a lot of things that EA could do. If we go on to the things that we're probably definitely gonna see is like Battlefield 5. They'll showcase actual gameplay this time instead of a trailer. I feel like the trailer that they released before was a little bit too cartoony, too unrealistic to what they've done with Battlefield 1 before. So if they kind of just take advantage and do their wrongs, do not repeat their wrongs from what their trailer was compared to everything else, because a lot of YouTubers that went to that press conference type thing, the reveal conference for it, I've actually made videos, and it kind of makes it more understanding, because that means they can actually showcase stuff at E3 or EA Play, however they're gonna do it, for better stuff to showcase. So the Fortify type stuff, some of their tank gameplay, actual how to play the game, because they're changing how they play the game, so it'll be fun to play. I'll probably buy it, but I'm not quite sure just yet. It's supposed to be cheaper, there's no premium now, there's no loot boxes, there's no a pay to win type thing, so completely fine with that one. If it's just skins for weapons or skins for your person, I'm fine with that one. I don't really care. As long as it plays like a Battlefield game, I'm completely fine with that. So another thing that we're probably gonna see, it's the normal stuff. So the sports type thing. So there's FIFA, there's Madden, there's probably NFL or something like that. I don't know what they do really. They always showcase something towards that one. FIFA is the main thing. I think I'm British, I actually still play it, but I'm not quite sure if I want to buy the next one. Not quite sure yet. I'll just buy normal edition and just not pay anything towards that. I just play it for fun. No, really, that's all I do. But if they do it for the FIFA reveal, so that means it's just oh, there's new icons, and then they bring on the icons to the stage, the actual icons, then it'll be, I think that would be a little bit better. If they added in David Beckham, even though David Beckham is with Pez, but if they add in David Beckham, he could come on. If they bring on, I'm trying to think of anybody else who's recently retired, really, Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Pirlo would be a nice person to bring onto the field. People like that, like Kaká as well. There'll be ones to see, just to chuck onto the stage. Yes, the language barrier is a little bit hard to do, so probably Beckham will be easier to have, or Lampard a little bit more easier to bring onto the stage, really. But if we go away from that one, if we go miles away from sports, as not talk about sports, now if we go on to the stuff which might happen and might not. So one of them, I will say, they might bring out something towards Star Wars. They might show off the DLC towards the Star Wars Battlefront 2, or they might showcase the forgotten Star Wars games which were supposed to come out and then got dropped, and then they might somehow bring them back. We don't know. EA might just have somebody else developing it, under the cosh a little bit, and just they just bring it out, huge trailer for it, then it'll just blow everybody away if it's I don't know, an adventure Star Wars game. How they do it with Mass Effect, but in Star Wars. That'd be amazing. I just thought about that. It'd be absolutely amazing. It'll be so much fun to play that. And then if we go on to something that is very close to my heart, extremely close to my heart, and a lot of people I know, would be Skate. If they bring out a bloody Skate 4, damn, it's just everywhere. Just everywhere, it's just normal stuff. Skate is one of those games which is just fun to play, instead of just realistic skateboarding. It's realistic, but it's stupid. It's so much fun, Hall of Meat. It's so much fun to play. If they make it an actual next-gen skating game, god damn, they would sell a lot, is the thing, because a lot of people don't know what that type of stuff is. Compared to what it used to be, it was just insane. PlayStation 2 going from Tony Hawk to Skate was a complete difference, but then Skate's amazing to play. But you know, anything can happen towards EA's type of thing. But I know like I missed out Anthem. I'm not really too bothered about Anthem, but they're just gonna show like actual gameplay of it, people actually playing. No bloody like Division type stuff, bloody hell, no scripted stuff. I would rather it just be like people actually playing the game instead of talking like idiots, really, just going through a level and just like, hey Brad, look over here, look what I found, Brad, suck it. You know, that's how people would actually talk about it. They just go, oh, you want this? Oh, well, suck on it. That's how they would do it. But you know, that's how I would do it. That's you know, it's just what they should do, really, isn't it? So another thing that I just thought about for EA as well is that EA kinda the only AAA publisher that hasn't brung out a battle royale type thing. So knowing EA, they don't want to pass up the money opportunity, really. So they might bring out a standalone type battle royale type thing to compete with Fortnite. I'm not really asked about Fortnite anymore. Like it was one of those one hit type things for myself. I don't really want to play it anymore. Like it's a little bit boring after a bit of time. But knowing EA, they'll probably do that. If they make it free and it's like a constant keep on adding new content to the game and just they keep on doing everything to make it better, then they would probably see the amount of sales as what like Fortnite have got. Like it would be on par, really, and like for people to actually play it, because EA are very good to YouTubers to make them promote stuff, so they could easily get that done. And then as well, you have got the racing game. Like they're bound to probably bring out a racing game. That means people can actually see it. It would be not like EA not to do that one. So if they bring out probably a Need for Speed like underground type thing would be cool to have, or like a Need for Speed, an actual like a Need for Speed, just a free roam buddy Burnout 3 or something like that. I don't know. Burnout 3 would be probably better if they did that, but they probably won't, is the thing. It's not like EA to make something that people actually want, because they've already done like a remastered version of Burnout Paradise, so it's hard for them to go and do another type of Burnout type game, unless they are, because they could just do that. They could literally just remake it. They could just be like, oh right, well, we're playing this game, so we're gonna remaster it, and then we've actually still got another game exactly like it, but like amazingly better. So they could do that one, quite easily do that. So now if we go on to Ubisoft, or Ubisoft, how people like to say it, Ubisoft probably, it's hard to say with Ubisoft, because they've got a lot of stuff which they could literally just bring out, and people just, you know, they could just bring out anything, and people would be like, oh, I didn't expect that one. But for myself, probably since they've already announced Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I would say they'll probably kick that one off with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. They would just go, here it is, and then they'll dip down a little bit, and they'll showcase Assassin's Creed Odyssey, depending on if it's got co-op or not, or like an online type of like aspect to it. They might showcase that, and then they'll probably go a little bit downhill, because they usually do. They have a weird type of E3 formatting for their shows, really. I don't know why they do it like that. They kind of just go, here's something amazing, here's something really bad, and here's Just Dance, and then they just go, here's something really good, and here's something really bad. It's like, you don't know how games work, do you? Really? Like, they're really good, but then they're really bad at the same time. So, you know, they'll probably do Assassin's Creed first, and then they'll try and go into like indie type things instead, because they've done it before with the game Grow Up. They've kind of done that. They kind of went like something amazing, and then he went Just Dance. It's like, what have they done? And then it just went Grow Up, and it went a little bit up, and then it just went like For Honor, I think it was, and then just went completely back down again. So they need to try and like build up the roller coaster type thing a little bit better. Really, I think that's what they really want. They want you to go really low and then just go, oh my god, just ultimate high, and then they completely drop as soon as the show finishes. But Assassin's Creed, probably an indie title. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do with it, but you know, it's something that Ubisoft are kind of good at doing, unique type IPs, really. It'll be nice to see what they actually bring out as completely new, like a completely new one. Like For Honor was amazing to have, and then if they do another one exactly like a For Honor type title, then it'll be nice. Not like the same as For Honor, just like on the same level as For Honor. Like for that much hype that it was and that many sales, another new IP like that would be amazing for them. But then, you know, you've got like Beyond, was it Beyond Good and Evil, something like that? Beyond Good and Evil 2, like Beyond the new Beyond Good and Evil. They'll probably do an actual gameplay type thing of that, because all we've seen is just a bloody trailer, and that's it. That's all people have ever seen, is just a trailer, because everybody's wanted it for years. So they'll probably bring out that at some point, I would say. Probably gameplay of it. It'll be nice to see that one. And then, you know, they'll probably do another, probably middle ground, probably like Just Dance. And then they'll do something like more indie. And then they'll probably go into something a lot bigger, like The Division 2, because it's been hinted at quite a bit. I did see on Twitter that Greg Miller actually had a thing from Ubisoft for The Division. So Division 2 is probably something that's, well, it's definitely going to be shown, is the thing. It's going to be shown, showcased, and it's going to be gameplay. It's going to be the co-op gameplay of what we've seen from, I think it was like 2 years ago. It's been ages since that came out. Jesus Christ. I just thought it was about 4 years ago since the trailer came out for it first time, and the trailer looked loads better than what the gameplay was from what we had from the release. But if they change the actual setting and go to a completely new town, I feel like it would be a little bit better, because you don't really want to reuse the same place over and over and over again. It kind of makes it a lot worse, I would say. So if they go somewhere else in America, maybe in the hills, maybe in another city, because they could just do it in like California, like LA type placement, because before they have just gone to New York and that's it. So it'd be nice to have it as like an LA type thing. You actually have a new role there, or just a completely new story from it, because the story in Division was a little bit but the gameplay was actually alright until you got into the dead zone. Then it was like again, so it kind of dropped a little bit, and it just got boring is the thing. Nothing good came from it, but loads of people still play it, so that's the reason why they want to bring it back a little bit and kind of reward people for actually playing the game. But knowing Ubisoft as well, they'll probably do something for Far Cry 5. They have just announced DLC for it, so they'll probably have a trailer at E3 for another DLC, because I'm pretty sure that DLC comes out before E3. I don't know if it's already out or it comes out before it, so if they bring out another trailer for it, or another trailer for another DLC, people get hyped to play the game a bit more, so it works out a lot better for them. And then they'll go on to more indie stuff. Then they'll go for their finale thing, which, my guessing, their finale, because they usually do something that's unexpected and people want. So for the finale that I would want, personally, would be Splinter Cell. A new Splinter Cell would be amazing from Ubisoft to do. Like, I would orgasm so much for another co-op bloody Splinter Cell like Conviction. Like, it would be amazing. I never played Blacklist. A lot of people did, but that had a weird multiplayer in it. So I don't really like the multiplayer in Splinter Cells. I like the story. Story is amazing for them, but they need to do something new with Splinter Cell. Like, they've already teased it in Wildlands. I don't think they'll show anything for Wildlands themselves, because it's about 2 years now, or a year and a bit. So it's hard for them to keep on bringing out new content and keep on showing off new stuff to get people hyped for it. So my guess is probably just a new Tom Clancy, which is going to be Splinter Cell. So really, it's going to be 2 new Tom Clancy type things, if I'm right, really. So I'm hoping it's Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell, I don't know, Splinter Cell like Revolution, Splinter Cell, I don't know. Revolution would work better. Blacklist, Revolution, Revengeance. I don't want to do Revengeance. Revengeance is bloody another game. They'll get copyright soon and stuff like that. Splinter Cell reimagined. I try to think of anything, but you know, those are probably just my predictions for the actual things. I know I did say Bethesda. It's going to be Fallout 76 gameplay. They'll showcase where it is, what time setting it's going to be, because everybody's just going to be like, oh, it's then, but then it was before when the vaults got built, so it's going to be after that time. I would guess they'll probably just go like, oh, it's set at this time, but then you're 75 years but after that one. Yeah, cryo chamber. And then they'll do the normal stuff, which is going to be Rage 2. I'm not really asked about Rage 2. I never played the first one. It didn't really interest me, so I'm not really interested in Rage 2 that much. And then they'll bring out another completely new thing as well, because knowing Bethesda, they kind of like to keep on reusing the same thing over and over and over and over again. You know, it's kind of a little bit repetitive, I would say. So if they bring out something completely new IP for Bethesda, that would be my, like, I don't know, my bingo card for that one. You know, that would be the bingo card winner, would be if Bethesda bring out a completely new IP. They've never done it, but for the past couple of years now, they haven't brought out a new IP. They've just kept on making sequels and prequels and bloody new things to their franchises. They never bring out a completely new IP, so, you know, it could be anything. They could actually bring out a new Elder Scrolls thing as well. If they bring out a Fallout and an Elder Scrolls in the same year, I don't think it would work that well. So they might just, like, here's an Elder Scrolls teaser, but that's it. That's all you're getting, is just an Elder Scrolls teaser. And I'm not just talking about, you know, Skyrim on mobile. It might come to that, but I'm not just talking about that one. But those are just my predictions for the E3 of 2018. Sorry if I didn't do, you know, PlayStation and COD. Not interested in COD. COD can just, you know, do them, really. So I don't think any of the publishers are going to actually have Red Dead in their thing, because it's bigger than E3. Red Dead and Rockstar are bigger than all the publishers at E3. Miles by it. So there's no point in them actually showcasing it at E3. They might do it at PlayStation, because Rockstar and PlayStation have a unique connection between them. So who knows? But hope you guys enjoy. Remember to comment down below for any games that you think I missed out on. And I will, you know, I will hopefully enjoy it as I'm lounging in the sun on holiday. So hope you guys enjoy E3 as well. So I will see you guys in the next video. So peace out.